1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news, edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. President Ranil Wickremesinghe discusses bilateral ties with Vietnam's Deputy PM. A speedy program will be implemented to fill the existing principal vacancies in various schools. All district secretaries have been informed regarding the support needed to conduct the National Poson Festival. A proposal to convey condolences to the former Speaker, the late Joseph Michael Pereira, was taken up for debate in Parliament today. The government says that the debt amounting to 18 billion rupees has been paid for fertilizer supplies for the 2021 Maha season. In foreign news, Elon Musk's brain chip firm says US approval won for human study. President Ranil Wickremesinghe, who is on an official visit to Japan, has held a cordial discussion with Vietnamese Deputy Prime Minister Tran Lu Quang. The discussion focused on strengthening bilateral relations and developing stronger cultural ties, according to the Prime Minister's media division. As part of his visit, the Sri Lankan President also called on Japan's Minister of Digital Transformation, Karo Kono. During this meeting, Wickremesinghe outlined the Sri Lankan government's efforts to digitize and discuss measures to boost cooperation between the two countries in the digital transformation programs. A speedy program will be implemented to fill the existing principal vacancies in various schools. Minister Susil Premajayantha said in Parliament today that 7,500 teacher training appointments are also to be provided. The Parliament met at 9:30 this morning. Answering a question raised by the opposition leader Sajith Premadasa, he said that discussions were held with the principals to solve their problems. Answering a question raised by parliamentarian Rohini Kaviratne, the minister said that the allowance given to them has been increased by 2,000 rupees. In addition to this allowance, another 2,900 rupees will be provided to them. State Minister Shihan Semesinghe said that 35% of value should be added to re-export products, according to the Indo-Lanka Free Trade Agreement. A proposal to convey condolences to the former Speaker, the late Joseph Michael Pereira, was taken up for debate in Parliament today. It was presented by Minister Susil Premajayantha. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that he was a politician who had rendered an immense service to strengthen the democracy in Parliament. Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that the late former Speaker was a leader who started his career right from the bottom and ended up at the top. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. We continue with local news. The Ministry of Buddha Sasana and Religious Affairs said that all district secretaries have been informed regarding the support needed to conduct the National Poson Festival. The Secretary, Vidhanapatirana, said that necessary measures have been taken to conduct the Poson Festival in a grand manner. Joining the Subharati program of the SLBC, he said that action has been taken to provide transport facilities for the devotees. The government says that the debt amounting to 18 billion rupees has been paid for fertilizer suppliers for the 2021 Maha season. The Minister of Agriculture has paid 20 billion rupees to them regarding the import of organic and chemical fertilizer. Minister Mahinda Amarweera said that the necessary financial grants have been made to pay off the debts gradually after the President assumes office. He said that a ship carrying 31,200 metric tons of urea fertilizer will arrive in the island during the first week of next month. That ends the local segment of news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
It has been decided to allocate a 2-hour period for the dengue eradication program in state institutions. The Ministry of Public Administration and Home Affairs said that it will be implemented from today and will take place every Friday. Secretary to the Ministry Ranjit Ashoka said that the relevant circular has been issued to the heads of all state institutions. The National Dengue Eradication Unit said that this program will be implemented continuously. 37,209 dengue patients have been identified during this year. The majority of cases have been reported from the Western Province. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sidhalepa Vedamahatmya.
We now take a look at Watchlight, a program to safeguard the National Environment Network in rivers and lagoons in the Gaur district will commence soon. This program has been initiated by the Environment Ministry of the Southern Province. A program to conserve the Koggala Lagoon is underway at present. 25,000 corals will be planted to re-establish the environment. That was Watchlight. World news now. First, the headlines. Elon Musk's brain chip firm says US approval won for human study. Precious cheetah cubs die in Indian National Park. The leader of a far-right militia sentenced to 18 years for Capitol riots. Elon Musk's brain chip firm says it has received approval from the US Food and Drug Administration to conduct its first tests on humans. The billionaire's Neuralink implant company wants to help restore people's vision and mobility by connecting brains with computers. It says it does not have immediate plans to start recruiting participants. Mr. Musk's previous ambition to begin tests came to nothing. The regulator itself is yet to comment. An earlier bid by Neuralink to win FDA approval was rejected on safety grounds, according to a report in March by the Reuters news agency that cited multiple current and former employees. 2 cheetah cubs have died and a third is in a critical condition at a national park in India's Madhya Pradesh state. Another cub died in the national park on Tuesday. The cubs were the first to be born in India in more than 70 years after the animals were declared officially extinct in the country. A female cheetah translocated from Namibia to India last year had given birth to them in March. Following this, the female cheetah and her 3 cubs were put under observation, authorities at the park said in a press note. The leader of a far-right militia has been sentenced to 18 years in prison for his role in the US Capitol riot. Stuart Rhodes, the founder of the Oath Keepers, was convicted on charges of seditious conspiracy and other crimes. The sentence is the longest yet to be given to a Capitol rioter. Prosecutors had asked for 25 years. Meanwhile, Kelly Meggs, the leader of the militia's Florida chapter, was jailed for 12 years. Rhodes remained outside the Capitol, but coordinated with Meggs and other members who stormed the building. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. Elon Musk's brain chip firm says US approval won for human study. Precious cheetah cubs die in Indian National Park. The leader of a far-right militia sentenced to 18 years for Capitol riot. That ends this bulletin of world news.
Development news.
The process to provide boats and vehicle spare parts will be provided speedily. The Minister of Industries has taken measures to provide the necessary support needed for the industry, and that was development news. On to sports news. The Sri Lankan athletic team will leave for South Korea on Tuesday to participate in the Asian Junior Athletic Tournament. 4 male and female players will join the tournament. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Athletic Association, Major General Palitha Fernando, said that the tournament will commence from the 4th to the 7th of next month. That was sports news.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දඟපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Nananja Silva and Kamidu Mendes have been named as brand ambassadors of the People's Leasing Company. The chairman of the company, Pradeep Amithanayagam, announced yesterday that this will help to enhance the transactions with consumers in a more meaningful manner. That was business news.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth ekata life ekේ change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dakapu hina habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship ekata menna.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Economic news, courtesy of...
For the fifth consecutive year, LOLC is awarded People's Financial Services Brand of the Year at the 2022 Slim Kantar People's Awards. As the People's Financial Services Brand of the Year, LOLC continues to place the customer first, and this has won the hearts, minds and trust of Sri Lankans, with yet another prestigious award as proof of this lasting commitment. LOLC. Imagine the possibilities.
Brendan Lynch, Assistant U.S. Trade Representative, South and Central Asia, has informed the Sri Lankan State Minister of Finance, Shehan Semasinghe, that the United States is ready to explore the potential investment opportunities in Sri Lanka. Mr. Lynch, who is currently on a visit to Sri Lanka, has met the State Minister of Finance, Shehan Semasinghe, for a discussion at the Ministry of Finance on Thursday and expressed that the U.S. is ready to expand trade between the two countries. That was economic news.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
Weather report.
And finally, we take a look at the weather report. Several spells of showers will occur in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. A few showers may occur in the central and northwestern provinces. Showers or thunder showers may occur in a few places in the eastern and Uva provinces during the evening or at night. To end this afternoon's news broadcast, the headlines again. President Ranil Wickremesinghe discusses bilateral ties with Vietnam's Deputy PM. A speedy program will be implemented to fill the existing principal vacancies in various schools. All district secretaries have been informed regarding the support needed to conduct the National Poson Festival. A proposal to convey condolences to the former Speaker, the late Joseph Michael Pereira, was taken up for debate in Parliament today. The government says that the debt amounting to 18 billion rupees has been paid to fertilizer suppliers for the 2021 Maha season. In foreign news, Elon Musk's brain chip firm says US approval won for human study. That ends this afternoon's news broadcast.